I am working on a world building project that is going to become a picture book, and I've got a character design problem. About 2 months ago, my character looked like this, and then he looked like this, and then this, and then this, and this week he looks like this. But that's not my biggest problem. My biggest problem is I'm trying to character design, and I cannot stand the way I draw. I hate it. I hate the way I draw. So I started working on the character design of this character who used to be fully water. Again, 2 months ago, it was a Diesel, and it was they were these water creatures. They were 100% water. They would like dive into a river, and they would become part of the river, and then they would resurface and kind of reform. And they were these weird water creatures. For world building reasons, I won't get into. The physics of that just didn't work. They needed to be real substance. So now they are amphibians, and they are no longer Diesels, they are Wuttlepuds. So they are Wuttlepuds, and they're these amphibian characters. Sorry. But it felt too much like a frog, and I wanted it to feel more like an original character. I'm gonna move this mug, it's bothering me. You guys like my Bob Ross can? It's pretty awesome. So he felt too much like just a frog, and I wanted to change that. So I started to just start drawing with very little reference, just thinking through shapes. And these drawings stink. They're horrible. They're so bad. It was just, I filled this page. This one looks like a Lady E.T. This one looks just way too Disney happy. Like, I don't know. It's just, and then there's like, they're just bad. They're just bad drawings. But I did have this idea as I'm working on this page that maybe it should be part monkey. There's something similar about the way a frog's eye sits in its socket and the way a monkey's brow is so protruded. I don't know what it is, but it just felt like something I could mash together. So I started working through that concept. I just was so discouraged. I felt like I couldn't draw. These ideas I had in my head, I wasn't able to put them on paper. They just looked like the kinds of drawings I did when I was 14, and that was really disappointing. And that was a really good thing, because I just got to this point where I admitted that I just don't like the way I draw. This is what the next page of drawings looked like, and finally I just erased them. And I didn't even want to waste my eraser on them. So I just used this masking tape and I just rubbed off the whole page. It felt really good. But I don't like my drawing. I don't like the way I draw. But you know whose drawings I do like? My man, Wouter Tulp. I took two characters. I might have taken 3 character design classes with Wouter Tulp. The guy is a wizard. And I got this sketchbox book of his, and it's just filled to the brim with his sketches. And I have recently started doing this thing where I will fill most of my page with Wouter Tulp master copies, and then just like the corner of the page will be my drawings. And so that's what I did. I just finally admitted, I was like, I am not drawing well. This is not how I'm supposed to draw. And so I went back to Wouter, and I started copying his drawings, and then I pulled up some Iron Giant reference and did a quick copy of the main character of Iron Giant, but then started tweaking it and messing with it. And so then it was the Iron Giant character, but it was my pose. I changed it, or expression, I guess. And then I kind of started to mix what I'd been working on from Wouter Tulp and the Iron Giant character, and started to create my own character. And all of a sudden I was drawing like whoever the artist behind Iron Giant was, and then Wouter Tulp, of course. And I ended up with this drawing. And it's not great, but it was a good start. And I was drawing like the people I love watching draw. And so that led to this fresh page, and my mindset had changed. All of a sudden, I wasn't bad at drawing. I was drawing like the artists that I love. And so I started working on this 3/4 head of this Wuttlepud. And I had this great combination of monkey features and frog features, and started to create this very classic fairy tale-esque character. I mean, he almost looks like Gollum, which works great. I'm okay with that. He can look like Gollum, but he just looks very fairy tale-y. But he also has the face anatomy that I can give him really great expressions. So that's kind of the new agey-ness of this, in a good way, new agey, of this fairy tale. It's going to have the expressions of an animated movie, but it's going to look very classically drawn, classically created. It's going to look like a fairy tale. And so I did that, and then I found a straight edge and moved that 3/4 into a face-on position to make sure I understood what was going on. So we had this head-on position after the 3/4 drawing, and it was successful. Again, I wasn't drawing like myself. I was drawing like my favorite artists, which is fantastic. And that led to one last drawing here, is I wanted to take that character and really see if I could push that emotion. So I took, again, a Wouter Tulp pose that was sitting right next to me, and I put my character in that pose to see if I could give him good expression, if I could really tie in these two ideas of a classical fairy tale character and awesome expression and movement. And so I did that. And then I threw down a quick sketch of maybe what the proportions are going to look like. And then I had to shoot. Okay, we're back. I accidentally turned the microphone off, but it's back. What was I talking about? Oh, and then I threw down a quick proportions of what this is going to look like. And I'm going to keep working on that, but I had to shoot this video first to update you guys on where the project's at, and I'm really excited about it. So next step is to take this character and to really figure out what his body looks like. So yeah, my greatest fear right now as an artist is that I will forever be just a student. And I love having books like this and being able to copy. But I wish I could create my own sketches without having to first do these master copies. But it's okay. I'm okay doing the master copies. And it's such a great cheat for now. But I hope I get to a place where I can, fill a page of sketches, and it's my sketches, and they are beautiful. Anyways, random thought at the end. That's my greatest fear as an artist right now. So with that, cheers. Do subscribe. We got more character design coming your way next week. Bye.